Good morning. I was thinking about doing my Sonic attempt for the day, but after my failed attempt last night, I just wanted to relax a little bit. I was pretty frustrated with how the run ended last night. So we're not going to be doing we're not going to be doing today's Sonic attempt quite yet. This morning we're going to be cleaning some more video games. Yeah. Happy Super Bowl Sunday if you're into that sort of thing. I actually didn't even know it was Super Bowl Sunday until a couple days ago. Just because I'm not the type of person that keeps up with that thing or is into that thing. So the first game we're going to be cleaning today is Until Dawn on the PS4. Now, this game doesn't have much that needs to be cleaned. It's mainly right here. As you can see, there's some grime and stuff. If you see over here on the spine, that yellowing, unfortunately, that's actually on the artwork itself. And I'll go ahead and show you. Usually, to clean cases, I'll slip the artwork out. There you go. You can still see the grime that's on the case there. But yeah, so this came from GameStop or something, and it had one of those yellow used stickers right here directly on the artwork. I hate it when they do that. Absolutely hate it. Don't know why anybody would think that would be a good idea. But yeah, so unfortunately, that's got some sticker residue on the spine there. The sticker, at least the sticker itself came off. And this doesn't, whatever residue is left here, it doesn't feel sticky. And you can hardly see it when it's actually in the case. So it does suck, but it's not a huge deal. And this is actually my sister's copy of Until Dawn. It's not mine, but we had borrowed it and just played through it actually for the first time. This is a game I had wanted to play since it came out. I was in high school when it came out, and I was really impressed with the graphics at the time, and the setting looked cool. To me then and to me now, I'm a huge fan of horror movies and slasher movies in particular. And yeah, so I never got to play it when it came out, but played it recently this winter with my girlfriend, and we had a blast. We actually were able to have everyone survive. Everyone who can live through the game in our playthrough of this did live through the game, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so this is my sister's copy, so I thought I'd just clean it up for her before I give it back. Thank you for letting me borrow it. So our cleaning supplies, we got some 70% isopropyl alcohol. We also got some 91% isopropyl alcohol. We got some cotton swabs, and we got some paper towel. I might get some tape, like a roll of Scotch tape. I might grab that later if I need it. We'll see. But okay, so for this, pretty much what we're going to do is just put the cotton swab in the alcohol and try and clean that off. I usually start off with the 70%. And if it's really stuck on there, or depending on maybe the type of material I'm working with, I might do the 91. But usually I start with the weaker. And unfortunately, I hate that this setup, it doesn't do autofocus. I have a little, well, here I can show it. I have this remote, and that's how I focus it. I think it's the software, the Lumix software that I'm using. Either way, okay. Let's clean some games. Oh, whoops, I didn't realize I was out of the camera there. And I tried to close off the aperture a bit so that, you know, if I pick it up or pick it down a little bit, the plane of focus is a bit deeper. But sorry, I didn't realize I was out of frame there. And my microphone, this isn't the best setup. Maybe I should shift it a little bit, but my microphone is it's to the right over here and the camera's to the left, so I'm having to like turn back and forth. Here, I'm gonna make this right. Okay, there we go. So now the microphone, yeah, is a little more aligned with the camera. So yeah, again, we've got a lot of it off already. You can see how gross the Q-tip has gotten. I think I'm gonna have to get a little bit more alcohol. Sorry, I was holding it up to my face so I could see it a little bit better. I keep forgetting that I need to hold it in front of the camera. Just dry it off with the paper towel a bit. And I mean, this alcohol, it'll evaporate very quickly anyways. And there's a little bit you can see got under the plastic, so I'm just gonna open up the case so I can dry that up with the paper towel. You can see there's still a little streak there, but all the like discolored grime is gone at least. I'm just, this Q-tip still had some alcohol moisture on it, so I'm just kind of wiping the other side. And I'll go over that spot again to see if I can get that streak up anymore. And there's something underneath the plastic over here too. Try and get that out. Let's see if I can point it out on the camera. It's right here by my finger here. Right there. You can see that little line right there. It's something under the plastic. Yeah, it does not want to focus on just my finger, but it's there. You can see it kind of out of focus. The end of my finger there. I don't know what it was. Not sure. All right, I think that's pretty good there. Okay, nice. Here's the case again without the artwork. The problem spot we were treating was right down here, and you can see that's pretty clean. So let's put the artwork back in. And I do like with this that there's the inside artwork. So when you open up the case, you know, you don't just have the white with the like copyright information or safety information or whatever the gets printed on the inside. Usually I prefer when it's artwork. All right. I usually, you always open up the game like this to align the artwork in the spine. It's just, you know, opening it up relieves the tension of the plastic so you can move the insert around a little bit better inside of it. But that's, you know, so you always want to make sure that the title lines up on the spine and then that you're not peeking out of the plastic, you know, on the top or the bottom, because then the artwork will get like bent and creased and beat up, you know, on the edges. So I usually just like to make sure that, yeah, it's lined up with the title, nice and visible and clean on the spine, and then nothing's, none of the artwork anywhere is poking out of the plastic. So again, we still have that yellowing from whatever, you know, used GameStop sticker was on the spine of the artwork itself, like right there. But, you know, this is cleaned up and generally the case has been wiped down. So this is looking nice. All right, that's Until Dawn. And yeah, again, just to show you what the inside artwork actually looks like, you know, that's again so much better, isn't it, than if it was just white with safety information. So that's Until Dawn. It's our first game cleaned. And I'll be giving this back to my sister now next time I see her. Thanks again for letting us borrow this. It was a great game. And they have, these developers have a whole series of these types of games now called the... Sorry, I was moving the cable with my camera. I was moving it back away from my chair a bit. It was starting to get caught in the wheel. But the Dark Pictures Anthology. It's by Supermassive Games, same company that made Until Dawn, and same genre of game as well. Which is essentially if you took the David Cage type game, you know, Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, and you did you did it as horror instead of a thriller or whatever, mystery. All right, so our next game is actually going to take a lot of work, I think, to get it cleaned up, but I'm excited to see it cleaned up. And Dino Crisis is next up. And you can see we got some stickers here. Sticker on the spine there. Sticker on the back. And otherwise, this is a really clean copy. You know, no real cracks in the case. I don't think I'm going to do anything about this, but there is a sticker on the disc here. You see this copy came from Blockbuster, which is why you have the sticker on the disc here. It's also why you have the sticker on the spine, because this was able to be returned to the store after it was purchased as long as this sticker wasn't broken. That's how they knew you didn't open it or tamper with it. But yeah, so this was purchased from a GameStop. I mean, not a GameStop, what am I saying? A Blockbuster. And this also has the Resident Evil 3 demo disc in here. And it's got the registration card in the manual as well, which I could show you, but I'm not going to. Actually, yeah, I will, because I want to get the manual out of the case anyways for cleaning. They do not make it easy. I did get it, but you can see how over the years it's gotten these little dents, these little indentions on the manual. That's because they don't make it easy to pull manuals out of these crystal cases, because they have these little tabs there. You can see them now in the light at the edge of the case down there to keep the manual in place. But that also makes it very difficult to pull it out, you know, and then you end up with little indentions like that from those tabs, from bumping up against it trying to pull it out. But yeah, here we go, registration card. Okay, just gonna set the manual up there on my desk. And so easiest thing we can do is try and peel this sticker off, see how much. That's not bad. Already a decent start. You know, most of the residue up here came off. This isn't great, but we'll put some alcohol on it and that should come right up. And this is where the tape would come in handy, which I may go grab it. Using the Scotch tape and then like sticking it down and pulling it up on this residue will pull it up pretty easily. And I actually have a sad story about this. So I'm just so used to doing that on these like crystal cases and on like the, you know, the type that PS2 and forward, where it's got the plastic, like the thin plastic cover that the art goes behind. You know what I'm talking about, like we just saw. I'm so used to with these types and those types of cases doing that tape trick to get up sticker residue and stuff, but I have this copy of Cidovalis for the Genesis, and there was some residue on the top here on the label, and without thinking, I tried to put a piece of sticky something. It was actually a sticker that came off the cartridge. It was right here on the side. Pulled the sticker off the cartridge, saw that residue on the top there, just instinctually stuck down the sticker and pulled it back up, and it pulled up the coloring of the label there. So that damage was me, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but... And so, moral of the story, learn from my mistake. Don't be an idiot. Only do that tape trick on hard surfaces. Don't do it on artwork. Don't do it on manuals. Don't do it on labels of cartridges. Just cases for disc games. Okay, so let's peel the front one off, see how that goes. Again, not terrible. In fact, I'm going to go grab the tape right now because I think a lot of this is going to come up easily with the tape. I might not even have to put alcohol on it. So I'll be right back. And so right here we just got some regular old tape. Take a little strip of it. You need at least, you don't need much, but you need at least enough to be able to like grip one end of it as you stick the other end down. Okay, and so you can see the residue there. So what we're going to do is just take the tape, put it down, pull it up, and you see that big chunk it took out. Nice. Couple things to keep in mind when you're doing this. If you're doing this on like a PS4 case like we just saw, PS3, PS2, whatever, one of the ones that has the plastic over the paper cover art. Be careful when you're yanking this up, because if you do it too hard, too fast, some of those plastic sleeves are stronger than others, but you can warp the plastic. You can pull it up and warp it. So you want to be careful. And then if these are prone to crack, especially if they already have some cracks in them. So when you're pushing down and pulling up, again, just be mindful of the force you're applying, especially if there are already cracks in the case, because its structural strength will be compromised if there are already cracks. And I already mentioned, don't ever put it on paper stickers. Don't put it on any cartridge labels. Don't do it on any... Same with alcohol. No cartridge labels, no manuals, no artwork. But you can see, yeah, I got most of that up, except for the part that has some of the paper still stuck to it. That's usually the case. If it's just the sticky residue, it'll come up on the tape. If it's got paper on it, you'll probably have to put some alcohol to get that up. But let's just do this side. Again, most of this is paper, but this stuff right here, you can probably get up with just the tape. Yeah, so there we go. A lot of that came up there. Okay, now we might try and peel these yellow stickers off, see what we can do. I hate the yellow stickers, dude, especially when they're this old. They usually like crumble under your fingers as you try and get them up. $7.99 though for Dino Crisis from a Blockbuster back in the day. And again, this is minty. Except for this Blockbuster label that's on the disc. That's not ideal. But at least most of it's clear. But having the Resident Evil 3 demo, having the reg card, disc itself is pretty clean. Never been resurfaced, so I'm glad I have this. It's a good copy. And if you don't know about this game, this is a survival horror game on the PS1, made by Capcom. There are actually 3 Dino Crisis games. Yeah, this sticker is not coming up well. Gross. They're made by Capcom. I think I said that already. The first 2 are PS1. And they're really good. The third one, which actually I've never played the third one, but I wouldn't be against it or above it, whatever. I would totally try it out. In fact, I would like to even. But it seems to not be get a lot of love online. It's not very well regarded. Almost everybody seems to unanimously think it's the worst Dino Crisis game in the series out of the 3. It was an exclusive on the original Xbox. And it takes place in space, I've heard. And yeah, a lot of people seem to not like that one. So we're going to go to alcohol now. Oh wow, you could add the sticker under the $7.99 sticker was $9.99. So they had this priced at $9.99 and it wasn't selling, and they dropped it down another $2. I actually don't know what this goes for nowadays, but I know it ain't cheap. I know it ain't no $9.99 or $7.99. And you got to be appreciative of the deals you did get, like this, because I know, and I go into this mindset also thinking about how many things I remember seeing for so cheap compared to their prices today. When I was a kid, or even, being in high school or undergrad, I feel like just in the past 5-6 years have the prices really gotten out of hand for retro gaming. And so, it's easy to kick yourself in the butt and be like, oh man, why didn't I pick up that game when I, saw it at GameStop or a flea market or wherever it was for like $5-10. Well, you didn't know. I mean, that's at least that's what I tell myself. I was interested in what I was interested back then, and the fact that I didn't get Shadow Tower on PS1 or the dot hack games, dot hack slash or whatever they're called on PS2. Yeah, I just couldn't help it. Didn't know about them, wasn't interested in them, whatever it was. At the time, I just wasn't led to make the decisions to purchase those things that now maybe I'm interested in and are unfortunately um, have a high cost of entry. I think we're gonna need to redip my tip. And we just got some background music going. Um, Shout out to, I don't actually know this person, but I've been listening to their uh, playlists on YouTube for years and years. But shout out to the YouTube channel Nobody. They make some of the best playlists on YouTube for study music, background music, ambient, relaxing, just clearing your mind, meditation, whatever. They put out really good stuff for their playlists. And I also see him. Oh, that's coming off good now. I've also seen him post pictures of artwork he's done. He seems to be a painter, and some of that is really impressive work. So yeah, shout out the YouTube channel Nobody. Definitely visit them if you're in the library and you need some music to help you focus. That, I'm telling you, they got me through all my degrees. Oh yeah, now that's peeling up easy. All right, we might try some tape on this now. But yeah, Dino Crisis. Did I mention it's a lot like Resident Evil but with dinosaurs? It's like the Resident Evil guys watched Jurassic Park and they were like, okay, let's do this next. It's not coming up as well with the tape as I was hoping it would. Yeah, you can see how right there a little bit's come up, but even then it doesn't go all the way, it doesn't get all of it. And it's slow going to have even gotten that much. I might go ahead and shift over here to the back, try and clean this up a bit more, and then go back to the front and see what to do about that. Yeah, you see all that shit? Damn. It's gross. Like I said, these yellow stickers suck. They just disintegrate. Okay, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna walk this to the trash can and just dump all of this straight into the trash. And I'm also gonna throw away some of the Q-tips and stickers I've piled up over here on the desk. Okay, I'll be right back. Trash break. All right. So now we are going to take some alcohol and go here, and then maybe put some on the front up here. Hope that loosens it up a bit. Okay. Take a coffee break first. Yeah, man, these yellow stickers are just the worst. I can see it's loosening it up a bit, but it also seems to just be like smearing it around. And again, these crystal cases, they will crack. So when you're, scrubbing like that, don't grip it too hard. Let's see if that'll come up now. And it's coming up pretty decently. Gross. Might try and go with that now with some tape. Oh, it's coming up good on the tape. I might be starting to grip this thing too hard. I can feel it like shifting. All right. I think you can play at least maybe the first Dino Crisis game on the PS5 on the Classics catalog if you have the subscription. I don't know how well they play on the PS5. But if you don't have a PS1 and you can't find a copy at a reasonable price, that might be still an alright way to play the game. Even if it's not exactly, the original experience. Oh shit, I didn't even realize my head was under the camera. Hope that wasn't an embarrassing angle. There's some stuff right here I'm gonna try and get up. And then yeah, obviously the 2 sticker residues there and there. Go over those another time with some alcohol. I might even go up to the 91%. Just really try and get it up. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely like loosening it up, but then I also feel like it's just smearing it around. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna need another Q-tip. Sometimes too, I'll just take the paper towel and like fold it up, and then I'll put the alcohol on the towel. You just hold the towel over the front of the bottle and turn it over real fast. Okay. Now, what can we do? What can we do? Try the tape on the back side. Again, it's like it's like picking up a layer of it, but it's not picking it up all the way. Yeah, and I realize I don't have it in the camera now. Sorry, I was really trying to work it. It's doing some. It's definitely not doing nothing. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Oh, actually got to go meet somebody about something, so let's try and wrap this one up pretty quick. And I mean, we didn't get through everything. We still have another PlayStation 1 game, 2 PS2 games, and then some Game Boy games. So, oh yeah, this 91%'s doing a number. It's doing something to it. Okay, that definitely loosened it up a bit. Might try and go over it with some paper towel or something. Oh yeah, that got it right up. Look at that. Look at that shine. right. Hopefully it'll work that well on this side. Oh yeah. Breaking it right up. All right. All right. I am happy with how this turned out. This game is, there's still a bit here I'm going to try and pick up. There we go. Hell yeah. This game is looking the best it has looked in decades. All right, look at that. Somebody do a side by side before and after. That is super shiny and clean. Wow. Really looking good. Okay. Yeah, that might be it for right now, because like I said, I do have to go meet someone. This one took a lot of work. Maybe someday I'll get this Blockbuster sticker off the disc. I don't know. Kind of afraid to try and pull that off. I just did try and pull it off. And it feels like it would come, but it also feels like if I were to pull it off, that I might risk like cracking the disc or something. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it would come off super easily is what I'm saying. But anyways, that was fun. Dino Crisis. Looking brand new, nearly. Until Dawn. also looking pretty good. And that's what we did today. Like I said, we still got some other games. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek of what the next one was going to be. And honestly, I don't think this one will take that much work. But we got Squaresoft's first, I believe this is true, Squaresoft's first M-rated game, Parasite Eve. As you can see, we got some residue up here. And then on the back as well. So that's what we'll be cleaning up. Again, otherwise, this is also a very nice copy of Parasite Eve. And like Dino Crisis is complete in box. It's got the demo disc here. But yeah, so that'll be up next. Then, like I said, we have some PS2 games as well as some Game Boy games. But that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed relaxing with me this morning and talking about games and watching me clean some of them. That'll be it for now. See you later in the day for the Sonic attempt. I'll be streaming that. Hopefully I'll finish. This will be day 11. And I've gotten close the past 2 attempts. I've gotten pretty close. But yeah, that'll be it for now. I hope you guys enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Time with family and friends. Cherish those moments when you